Public assistance fraud is a felony and can come with 5 years in prison. We could find few cases in which that actually happened.
People need to know they can go to jail for that.
So what's the point of them needing to know they can go to jail, but you guys are not prosecuting most of the cases, which leads them to keep doing it, which you're saying it's an easy process, and you guys know this, and you leave the process the same. You say, F the taxpayers, it ain't our money. You know what? How do you knowingly 12 million down the drain? We just going to work every day, making our money, trying to make a living for our family, and these people getting free bread. And we're talking about M's. Why can't I be one of the bad ones, bro? Why can't I get on there, do an online application and try to get me, I don't want to go spend my $1,100 at the goddamn grocery store either. I'd rather have some goddamn food stamps, that way I can keep in my pocket. But no, I do it the right way. You feel me? Like, I don't want to take from nobody else. But it seems like that's all what's going on anyway. Man,
we broke the story last night about a Department of Human Services employee facing welfare fraud charges. Tonight, we're learning new details about the case and Sierra Selden Ruffin's status at the agency. 24-hour News 8's Danny Carlson is live with what we know tonight. Danny?
Well, Sue, we have been able to confirm that.
It be our own people, man. Why? I know it's not just them, but these are the ones that they're putting on the news. So far, that's like 5 black people. You feel me? With good-ass jobs. Good-ass jobs. Willing to risk it all. For not just some regular, for some fraud, for some felony shit. Working for the state. They ready to risk it all. That says a lot. What's poppin', GE gangs, your boy Foosh Nigga, man. We back with another reaction video. I told you I was dropping bangers, man. First of all, I just want to shout out all my subscribers, new or old. I just got the notification from vidIQ. We just hit 1.1 million views on the channel. You feel me? So that's a major milestone for me, man. You feel me? I appreciate it. It wouldn't be possible without you guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, I appreciate you guys supporting my grind, my hustle, and I'm in return. Hope I've given you guys that motivation, inspiration to go do your own thing, especially with all these layoffs, these repos and shit like that, man. There ain't no choice but to go get to it, grind and hustle. Ain't nobody gonna give us, we gotta get out the mud. That's just how it go. You feel me? So no crying. We only, we don't die, we multiply type shit. You know what I'm saying? So thank you everybody for supporting the channel, man. We're gonna keep on going and growing. And yeah. So let's talk about today's video, man. Check this out. We about to get into this food stamp scammers, man. We the taxpayer, blue collar workers. You know what I'm saying? We're paying taxes on the people that are getting their food stamps and government assistance, right? Let's find out who's scamming the food stamps. I done seen people that had $1,100 worth of goddamn groceries on the goddamn SNAP card. You know what I'm saying? You know, self-checkout, Safeway, right? Walk past, I don't know why, just side-eye type. She just had hella groceries. Like, first of all, you can only have 15 items on that thing. She had way more than that, right? But the very next day, I go in there, same chick. I think she was coming from the gym. I had came from the gym. I think the Safeway's in the same parking lot. We had both came from the gym. Second day, right? So she leaves off the machine. I'll go in there, start scanning my shit. She left the receipts. You know what I'm saying? My girl, she takes receipts because it's just one app that you can scan it and get points from. So I took the receipt. I'm like, man, hell yeah, shit. She had hella groceries, whatnot. Bro, do you know it had the balance on that motherfucker, man? The balance on her SNAP card was $1,100 after what she already spent. So I know it goes down. You feel me? And then, listen, in the hood, man, it'd be like 50 get you 100, 250 get you 500. You know what I'm saying? It'd be like that. So let's see who's scamming our money, taking our hard-earned taxpayer money while these companies are downsizing, laying off people, and you got scammers out here getting food stamps and, you know what I'm saying, free money type. Let's go ahead and jump into it. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new. Make sure you like the video at the end of the night. Playlist going to be at the end. If you want to watch the reaction videos, it's going to be there for you. So
$19 million. That's how much the state predicts taxpayers will lose this year because of growing public
assistance fraud. We about to lose 19 mil?
It's awful. 4 years ago, the state implemented new technology relying on a series of questions during the online application process. Investigative reporter Darlene Jones asked why the multi-million-dollar program hasn't seemed to help.
This arrest affidavit describes the owner of the Hay Meat Market in Ocala as a woman who took taxpayers for more than $1 million. We spent hours trying to find her. The meat market is now for sale. Her home in Gainesville just sold to new owners. Her alleged customers, Letitia Johnson and Marcia Mason, were arrested last month for felony welfare fraud. Both have pleaded not guilty.
Marcia? Darlene Jones with Channel 9. Can we talk to you about the...
She threatened to call police.
Why were you selling your food stamps?
Investigators believe Johnson and Mason sold their food stamps to the market's owner for 50 cents on the dollar.
You're right, it is taxpayer money that's being stolen.
Bro,
Jack Heacock heads the Public Assistance Fraud Division at the Florida Department of Financial Services. For 3 years, he's been responsible for battling.
Come on, man. They know this shit been going on for decades. You feel me? My thing is, this lady meat market is up for sale, right? She's scammed for 1.1 million. Where's the money at? Are you broke? You scammed out of 1.1 million and your business is up for sale now. Yeah, all right. What else you doing back door?
This growing trend statewide. Food stamp fraud topped $12 million last year. Already 559 cases uncovered in the first 3 months of this year, costing taxpayers $4.2 million.
I think it's the online application, that the ease of access to public assistance benefits kind of encourages people to give it a shot.
Records provided to us by the state attorney's offices throughout Central Florida show a majority of cases aren't prosecuted. Defendants are typically offered plea deals, sent through diversion programs or probation. Public assistance fraud is a felony and can come with 5 years in prison. We could find few cases in which that actually happened.
People need to know they can go to jail for that.
So what's the point of them needing to know they can go to jail, but you guys are not prosecuting most of the cases, which leads them to keep doing it, which you're saying it's an easy process, and you guys know this, and you leave the process the same. You say, F the taxpayers, it ain't our money. You know what? How do you knowingly 12 million down the drain? We just going to work every day, making our money, trying to make a living for our family, and these people getting free bread. And we're talking about M's. Why can't I be one of the bad ones, bro? Why can't I get on there, do an online application and try to get me, I don't want to go spend my $1,100 at the goddamn grocery store either. I'd rather have some goddamn food stamps, that way I can keep in my pocket. But no, I do it the right way. You feel me? Like, I don't want to take from nobody else. But it seems like that's all what's going on anyway. We out getting shit on, you know what I'm saying?
It's all dependent upon our state attorneys.
Eric Fanote and Quinteria Williams could be the exception. They pleaded not guilty to public assistance fraud, accused of filing nearly 800 food stamp applications using stolen identities and selling them to the former owner of this Apopka grocery store for cash.
Well, Marcia.
Back in Ocala, although Marcia Mason didn't want to talk, this man came out of her home, suggesting everybody cheats the system.
Taxpayer, you feel me? They scheme they damn self, you feel me? Y'all skimmers too.
Right, I ain't gonna lie. Facts.
Eyewitness News.
Facts. He ain't lying.
Investigators would not provide details on why the store owners still have not been arrested or confirm or deny any ongoing investigation. DCF told us the feds forced them to allow applicants to opt out of a series of questions that help weed out fraud shortly after that new technology was installed 4 years ago. However, the agency has still stopped $669 million worth of public assistance fraud since then, and that's what they are proud of.
An investigation is underway involving the alleged misuse of tens of thousands of dollars. The money was apparently taken using false information and fraudulent paperwork. Call 6 Chief Investigator Rafael Sanchez joins us with the details about those dollars.
Erica, good evening. Despite all the checks and balances, one couple accused of cashing in on programs set up to help families struggling financially. Nicole and Sam Britt came to court each with their own attorney. The couple accused of ripping off programs meant to serve the neediest in the state. Call 6 Investigates obtained records that show the couple was accused of being involved in fraud and theft dating back to January 2013. Nicole Britt allegedly told the state she was unemployed or working part-time to get food stamps and assistance for child care services. In fact, Britt at the time was working full-time for the Indianapolis Housing Agency.
Oh,
the total
my
she and
God.
her husband are accused of illegally
Oh,
obtaining
my God.
nearly $113,000. The Indianapolis Housing Agency.
Ain't that about a bitch? She worked for the Housing Authority. And I know she makes good money. That's a state job. And her and her husband got away with $112,000. You talking about money laundering at its finest. This shit been going on for decades. But peep that through that the money laundering through that meat company, right? Here, they 800 applications. This is where our money is going. This is why the country is going to shit, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's one of the reasons. And it ain't just the regular citizens out here doing it. It's the motherfucker that work for the goddamn system that knows the system better than we do. That's bro, if they really took a deep dive into some shit, it'd be a whole lot of motherfuckers getting walked off the job type felony if they want to prosecute, but they say they not prosecuting anyway. So, yeah, I guess we're gonna keep being out of goddamn love. But this is money laundering at its finest.
Agency cut ties with Nicole in February 2016. As part of the fraud accusations, federal investigators say she forged documentation claiming she was only working part-time. The IHA supervisor, whose name appears on the documentation, had no knowledge of the paperwork allegedly doctored to get welfare. Britt reportedly confessed in a letter to the state, saying she had submitted fraudulent documents and said yes to using work equipment to commit fraud. Despite all the checks done on recipients statewide, in 2017, there were 320 substantiated cases of food stamp fraud, totaling more than $1 million.
That's crazy.
Also last year, there were 58 cases of fraud statewide involving the child care program, totaling more than $176,000.
So that's the big picture. In this case, I requested an interview with the couple, now set to go on trial in June. Nicole Britt's lawyer said, in his own words, "We have no comments regarding the case at this time." The lawyer for Samuel Britt texted me saying, "Decline to comment." And you can take action on this. Any dollar that's misused does not make it to a family who needs it the most. You can report welfare fraud by calling 1-800-403-0864.
Hey,
Erica?
There's that number, man.
We broke the story last night about a Department of Human Services employee facing welfare fraud charges. Tonight, we're learning new details about the case and Sierra Selden Ruffin's status at the agency. 24-hour News 8's Danny Carlson is live with what we know tonight. Danny?
Well, Sue, we have been able to confirm that.
It be our own people, man. Why? I know it's not just them, but these are the ones that they're putting on the news. So far, that's like 5 black people. You feel me? With good-ass jobs. Good-ass jobs. Willing to risk it all. For not just some regular degular. For some fraud. For some felony shit. Working for the state. They ready to risk it all. That says a lot.
Sierra Selden Ruffin is off the job tonight, suspended without pay until the felony case against her wraps up. We also learned that all of this started through a DHS investigation, and that is what led to the criminal charges. Do you think the fact that she worked at DHS affected the DHS internal investigation at all?
I don't think so. I think it's pretty standard process for the DHS investigators to go through investigating whoever it might be, and they tend to handle all those investigations. Anything of a more serious nature, or a violent crime or a crime against a person, I'm sure we would handle an investigation for them.
The fraud in itself, according to Michigan State Police Lieutenant Chris McIntyre, is not all that uncommon. So far this year, Michigan State Police in Kent, Ottawa, and Muskegon counties have handled 29 cases of welfare fraud. Sierra Selden Ruffin's is the only case involving a DHS employee.
I don't think we have a kind of systemic problem within DHS. This is just a person that violated the rules, and they've got to pay the same consequences as anybody else would have to.
Selden Ruffin is accused of applying for welfare last year, then not reporting changes in her household income, including not telling DHS that she was getting checks from family members. Both of those things contributed to her bottom line, meaning the state says she took home nearly $3,000 in welfare benefits she wasn't entitled to.
Maintain your trust in the Department of Human Services. they're doing the right thing all the time, and this is one person, and you certainly can't judge an agency as large as they are based on the mistakes and poor judgment of one person.
Now, we did speak with the DHS spokesperson tonight, and we asked if the suspect's mom, who is the current Kent County Director of Child Welfare, if she was the subject of any investigation. We didn't get a firm answer either way tonight. Sierra Selden Ruffin is due back in court December 2nd, and she could face up to 4 years in prison if convicted. Live in Grand Rapids tonight, Danny Carlson, 24-hour News 8.
A big food stamp bust. The Attorney General announces charges for a group accused of spending millions in Metro Detroit by using fraudulent EBT cards. Thank you for joining us this noon. I'm Rhonda Walker, and Attorney General Dana Nessel says that these charges just scratch the surface of this scheme and just how vast it is. Pamela Osborne is following the story for us with new information on how this all worked. Pamela.
Rhonda, this was quite sophisticated. 8,000 EBT cardholders had their information and money from their accounts taken. That money was spent here to fund purchases at Sam's Club stores all across southeastern Michigan. In all, investigators say this ring was responsible for making $4 million in fraudulent purchases. The unusual activity was first reported to state officials last year. The AG's newly formed Force Team, which is in partnership with Michigan State Police, investigated. 3 people were arrested and arraigned on federal charges last week. And here's what AG Dana Nessel is saying about the reach of this enterprise and how they profited.
What happens in Michigan doesn't tend to stay in Michigan. And what we see more often than not in these types of cases is that you will have oftentimes victims over multiple states, but also that the merchandise travels.
And so the majority of those 8,000 people who had money taken from their EBT accounts, they actually are residents of California. There were some residents here in the state of Michigan and other states as well. And again, investigators are saying this is still an ongoing investigation.
California took that shit to Detroit. Bro, this is the way to get to the bread, huh? This is the way to get above the poverty line, right? I mean, we talking about $4 million in WIC. In WIC. $4 million, bro. Like, I mean, like I said, we know I've been doing this for decades. I thought it was a little, you know what I'm saying? We know how it go. But I didn't know it was goddamn 19 million, 4 million, 6 million. I didn't know it was something crazy. Like, I mean, just to hear the numbers, I guess. We knew it was crazy, but when you hear the numbers, it's just like, God damn. These motherfuckers robbing the bank. These are bank robbers. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of the shit is from within. What? What else are these workers stealing from us? Is it that bad that people have good-ass jobs and willing to risk it all to go to jail and then have nothing? Is it that, bro? And then if you're doing it, you got to know when to stop. You can't get away with shit forever, right? You don't get caught till you get caught. At some point, this shit gonna catch on. 8,000 people, bro, in California got ripped off out of their EBT. Come on, man, that's red flags all over the place, man. This shit crazy.
Fully anticipate that more people will face these federal charges down the road as this investigation continues. For now, reporting live in Detroit, I'm Pamela Osborne, Local 4.
According to court documents, 6 women in Allen County are responsible for stealing
and
misusing food stamp funds.
Not be black.
It all started after the food stamp program mistakenly gave one of those women an extra $3,000 in her account. News Channel 15's Randy Spieth joins us live
well, they did
the
that.
Newsroom with
Okay,
more.
I get that one. They fucked up. I might not give you that back.
This happened after a power outage last summer, and that the funds were used between July and September of last year. Now the 6 women responsible are all facing felony theft charges. A probable cause affidavit says 22-year-old Dana Freeman of Fort Wayne is facing theft and corrupt business influence charges for her involvement in illegally using food stamps. It was her electronic benefit card used to pay for groceries with food stamps that received an extra $3,000 due to an error last July. That same day, the Family and Social Services Administration caught the error and asked Freeman to come to the office to fix the problem. But these court documents say she never showed up. Instead, it says over the next several weeks, Freeman and several others illegally used the extra food stamps at several stores in Fort Wayne. Some of the funds were sold to others. This document says Freeman sold $300 in food stamps to Betty Anderson for $150.
Yep,
Anderson is the director of the voucher program at Fort Wayne's Housing Authority.
We will do an internal investigation, not so much because we think that some of our funds may or may not be involved. I don't think that's the case at all. We have no reason to believe that.
The Housing Authority's executive director has worked with Anderson for 15 years, and he expects to discuss this issue with her when she returns to work later this week.
I don't know if the issue was correct. We believe that person is innocent until proven guilty in this country.
Look, what
and
are you
that's
talking
the premise
about?
that I'm going to go forward on.
Bro, I'm telling you guys, bro, America is a business. You got people that's coming over here from different countries knowing how to scam America more than we know how to scam America. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers coming over here, family sent them boatloads of money. They got money. They coming over here. They start a business. They start a little corner store. You know what I'm saying? And then turn around and still get the goddamn hella EBT and WIC and all that. I'm telling you guys, my brother tells me all the time about how the Russians come into Costco, gold jewelry up on all fingers, pull out the money clip, bands on it. You know what come out that band with that money on that joint? EBT card. Come on, man. Shit, man. I mean, who we gonna be mad at? Are we gonna be mad at the goddamn state for knowing the shit and having the easy access and still letting it go on? Or are we gonna be mad at the people that are just taking advantage of a system that they know is broken? Drop it in the comment section. Let me know who's at fault here. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if you accidentally put $3,000 in your bank account, how many of us will get that back in this day and age at this time, like right now, with everybody struggling? Of course we want to do the right thing, but would we? Yes. I'm just saying, man, this shit's getting out of control. This shit gonna go to shit, man. There's just a lot of shit going on. I saw one of my comments said, man, a lot of this shit started happening as soon as the election was over. I don't know if that's true or not. But it's a lot of shit going on internally, externally, people taking advantage of it. And, you know, the system just broken along with everything else about, you know, as far as sending innocent people to jail. Just the whole goddamn country's just broken. How about that? We'll leave it at that. Drop it in the comment section. If you like the video, let me know. The money laundering at its finest. You know what I'm saying? State workers taking bread. Regular people taking bread. This shit's fucked up, man. It's your boy Food Sticker Man. I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. Make sure you subscribe to the channel right now. We turn it up. We about to knock out another video, man. There's a lot of shit to talk about in this world, and we're gonna bring up the subject. We're gonna talk about it, and like I said, we're gonna get through it. We're gonna figure out. We're gonna maneuver our way. We're gonna try to do it the right way. We don't want to go to jail. We don't want to have no felonies. We don't want none of that. We don't want to leave our families because what we're doing is for our families. And so if we get up out the household, what you think is gonna happen? It's gonna be really fucked up. You feel me? You leave your family, cold, wife, kids at the house to defend for themselves, man. When you the breadwinner, we can't have none of that, man. It's your boy Food Sticker Man. We out this motherfucker. God.